Hello everyone, I'm your host Heather Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show.
Heather, many of us are familiar with the term fracking, but do we really know what it means or how it could affect our state's future? I sat down with two experts today to learn more. What is fracking, and is it safe?
Sure. It's a procedure that the oil and gas industry uses at the very end of the drilling process. And there's three components that go into hydraulic fracture stimulation. Number one, fresh water. Number two, sand. And number three, chemical that acts as a lubricant. Now, 99.5% of that mixture is fresh water and sand. When we inject it at high pressure down the wellbore, it cracks open the formation, which is very brittle, and it allows oil and gas to travel to the surface. Now, more importantly, fracking is this tool that has allowed us to now find and unlock hundreds of years worth of natural gas and oil, and is the essential tool that's behind the argument that America can be energy self-sufficient. It's instrumental and it's essential to the industry.
Is it safe?
No, fracking is not safe. And that's why you're finding so many communities who are raising alarms about fracking. The process of hydraulic fracturing, this relatively new method of extracting natural gas, is contaminating watersheds. And once you contaminate an underground aquifer, you don't clean it up.
And I'll tell you that fracking is safe. It's a tool that's been utilized since the 40s in the United States. 1.5 million wells have been fracked, and it's highly regulated. It's regulated by each state in the union.
Where can people go if they have concerns about fracking in their community?
You can go to major publications, you can go to the EPA.gov, and what you're going to find out is each of these publications have different viewpoints. The debate and the conversation continues.
You'll hear from the oil and gas industry that there are different studies that say different things. Same exact thing the tobacco industry said in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, that science is not conclusive. We are already seeing the impacts of fracking on human health, on the quality of our air and water.
That's absolutely not true. There's counter viewpoints to all of this information out there, and there hasn't been any organization to come out and said that fracking is unsafe to your health, it's unsafe to communities. All of those things are complete misstatements.
What are some of the available alternatives to natural gas?
The alternatives to natural gas, the alternatives to coal and oil, are more cheap, more technically viable, and coming online in greater quantities than ever before. Here in California, our state will soon hit 33% of its power coming from solar and wind combined. What we're seeing across the country is hundreds of coal plants are coming offline. They're being retired, and they are increasingly being replaced by clean energy.
There are no other types of energy that can displace coal, natural gas, and oil to power America. The EIA even says in the next 50 years, there's no way the technology that exists today can even be utilized to store the energy created when the wind's not blowing and the sun's not shining. So if California wants to get the bulk of their energy from wind and solar, they're gonna have very, very hard times in the nighttime when there's no energy coming from those two power sources.
Is natural gas truly the answer to energy independence in the U.S.?
Good God, no. We have an opportunity to displace all fossil fuels steadily over the next several years and embrace clean energy in greater quantities. If Germany can get almost 50% of their power coming from the sun, why can't we?
Why can't we? I think the quick answer is because the technology doesn't work. Is natural gas the answer to American energy independence? It's one half the equation, absolutely. Oil is the other half of that equation. We're married to foreign oil. We spend $300 billion a year bringing it in from the Middle East, from Venezuela, from countries that don't consider America their friend. We have a gift from Mother Nature. It's beneath our feet. It's called oil and natural gas, and there's hundreds of billions of barrels of oil and trillions of cubic feet of natural gas. It would be a travesty not to find a way to extract those two natural resources for the betterment of our country. Americans love convenience, Americans love reality, and the reality is that coal, natural gas, and oil are America's energy today and America's energy future tomorrow.
In San Francisco, I'm Holly Kmeyer for California Life.
We all love our pets and want to keep them happy. That's why Merck Animal Health created the Perfecto Cares program, which focuses on the wellness of family pets.
Merck Animal Health is excited to have recently launched our second annual Perfecto Cares program, which focuses on the overall pet wellness and the many different ways that owners can keep their dogs healthy and happy. Pets are part of our family and provide us with unconditional love and support. In return, it's important for us to keep them healthy and provide them with the care they need.
And the Perfecto Cares program also supports Needs, an organization that trains world-class service dogs.
We place dogs for people with physical disabilities, hearing loss, children on the autism spectrum and other developmental disabilities, as well as a small program for veterans with PTSD. We train the dogs, they stay at Needs until they're between 18 and 24 months of age, where they learn a bunch of different commands between 50 and 60 normally. At that point, the dog is normally matched, and a client comes on campus who is matched with them and stays on campus and trains with us, the dog's trainers, for 7 to 10 days.
And whether it's service dogs or your pet at home, experts say it's important to maintain good preventative care.
Whether serving as a veterinarian in the military or working with our family pets, I've seen firsthand how important preventive medicine can be for our dogs, particularly fleas and tick prevention year-round. Fleas and ticks are not just a nuisance. They can carry diseases, such as Lyme disease, to our families and our pets.
Just like Dr. Pelham said, it's important for every type of dog to maintain consistent health care throughout their lives. But for working dogs, it's even more important because these dogs give their clients essential support. This is why Needs, along with Perfecto, provides consistent health care throughout the life of the dog. Perfecto provides us with TriHeart Plus and Perfecto products throughout the life of the dog, and also a year's worth supply when they go on with their clients.
So there's no doubt pet well-being goes beyond proper food and exercise. That's why Merck Animal Health is bringing you the Perfecto Cares program. You can learn more about the program at protectfromfleasandticks.com. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
Coming up on California Life, we're visiting Dr. Allison Tate of Pasadena Urogynecology to find out the new treatment method available for women suffering from urinary incontinence.
COVID-19 has resulted in a huge increase in the number of patients requiring ventilators. But the process of intubating a patient can put healthcare workers at a high risk of contracting the coronavirus. But the intubation box from Fab 4s is an easy, cost-effective way to protect those healthcare workers.
The purpose of this is for doctors that are intubating, a simple physical barrier between the patient and the doctor.
The open source design was first developed by a doctor treating COVID-19 patients in Taiwan. Weighing just 19 pounds, the intubation box can help protect doctors and can easily be sterilized between uses. These intubation boxes are available immediately for hospitals across the country. Medical suppliers, nonprofits, and philanthropy groups are urged to fill this need and help stop the spread of COVID-19. Contact Fab 4s at 704-264-9711 for quick delivery. The greatest success stories can spring from the humblest of beginnings. Tariko Bugali began life in poverty in Ethiopia. Today, he's founder and CEO of numerous companies. Read about Tariko Bugali's incredible rags to riches journey in his autobiography, Unstoppable, available wherever books are sold. And don't miss Tariko's starring role as he battles ruthless rhino poachers in the major motion picture Bloodline, Now or Never. Founded by Jacques Lubin and his partners in 1990, Inkplan USA has helped thousands of entrepreneurs to form legal entities throughout the world. Our clients have also made productive use of the various services that we offer: initial company registrations, bank consulting, virtual office services, and more. Inkplan's clientele continues to grow primarily from customer referrals. We are affiliated with Corporate Holding Services, a highly respected Delaware firm that advises large U.S. and international corporations.
This is the 2020 Medicare Benefits Report brought to you by Easy Medicare. If you or a loved one are turning 65, have recently moved, or lost group coverage, now's the time to enroll in a Medicare health plan or Medicare prescription drug plan so you can receive the best benefits for 2020, like $0 copays, $0 deductibles, $0 premiums. Call the Easy Medicare hotline right now to find out about dental, vision, hearing, and Medicare prescription drug coverage. Plans can also include private home nursing, wheelchairs, or transportation to hospital or doctor's visits. Find out today if you're eligible for private home aids, dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage. If you're turning 65, time is running out to enroll and to take advantage of all these amazing Medicare benefits. Our licensed insurance agents are waiting to give you your free, no-obligation consultation. Call 800-834-5070, 800-834-5070.
Let's face it, it's a problem most women don't like to talk about. But the fact is, 1 in 4 women suffer from urinary incontinence. But there is help for this ongoing problem, and Gabrielle Daddario has more.
It's shocking but true. About 1 in 3 women are dealing with urinary incontinence, commonly known as bladder leakage. In Control Medical has come up with a new device, InTone, and Dr. Allison Tate of Pasadena Urogynecology is here to explain what it is and how it'll help.
InTone is a device that women can use, women who specifically have urinary incontinence, and it's a device that is used to increase pelvic floor strength to try to reduce any embarrassing or bothersome symptoms related to involuntary leakage of urine.
While it might be an embarrassing issue to talk about, the fact is bladder leakage, even just a few drops, is not normal, and it can get worse if it's not treated. When you think leakage, you might instantly think about the time you sneezed so hard you had to run to the bathroom because you urinated on accident. But Dr. Tate explains that's not the only type of problem women are dealing with.
A more common type of incontinence in younger women is called stress urinary incontinence. It's the kind of leakage that you have if you cough, sneeze, jump up and down, jumping jacks, and with those events simultaneously urine leaks out. That can occur in all age ranges, but it does happen more commonly in younger women who've had children. As women approach menopause or perhaps they're postmenopausal, we do more commonly see a more difficult type of urinary incontinence to treat, which is called urge urinary incontinence.
Urge urinary incontinence is related to the hyperactivity of the nerves that actually feed the bladder muscle. So what that means is when a woman has the urge to go to the bathroom, she doesn't have the same level of control as she used to. So the urine can come out uncontrollably before she can make it to the bathroom.
There is also a disorder that is very common where there's a mixed type where women may have stress incontinence and urge incontinence, and I deal with that a lot as well.
The muscles surrounding the bladder give us control, but over time they can weaken. What InTone is actually doing is strengthening and maintaining muscles in the pelvic floor, and the results happen fast.
It's prescribed to use 6 days a week for 12 minutes a day in the comfort of their own home. They should notice, if they're using it correctly, an improvement within 2 to 4 weeks. Depending on the type of urinary incontinence they have, it can take longer, but they should definitely have a benefit and significant improvement by 90 days.
In Control Medical has not only turned a medical page with this revolutionary device, they've put a money-back guarantee on it.
If a patient uses it correctly as prescribed for 6 days a week, 12 minutes a day for 90 days, and they have absolutely no improvement, they don't show any improved muscle strength, their symptoms are the same, then the company will actually provide a money-back guarantee, which I think is really good because it's the company sort of being behind their product.
While this problem was once only treatable, with the use of InTone it's now curable. To find out more about the benefits of using InTone or to find a specialist near you, visit www.incontrolmedical.com. Coming to you from Pasadena Urogynecology, I'm Gabrielle Daddario for California Life.
Over 1 million people in the U.S. live with multiple sclerosis, or MS, an unpredictable and sometimes disabling disease that disrupts the flow of information between the brain and the body.
Multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease where our own immune system or our white blood cells mistakenly think that the coating on our neurons in our brain and our spinal cord, called myelin, is foreign, and our own white blood cells actually go and attack the myelin and wear it away. And when this happens, it makes it very difficult for information that needs to travel from the brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body to get where it's going. And this can cause a number of different neurological symptoms.
And those neurological symptoms can affect MS patients in many ways.
Common symptoms are things like weakness and numbness, difficulty with walking or balance, memory and thinking problems, fatigue, even bowel and bladder dysfunction, and pain or muscle stiffness.
Some of the risk factors that can lead to MS can include low vitamin D levels, childhood obesity, a history of smoking, or anyone who's been infected with the Epstein-Barr virus, which causes mono. Amazingly, before the mid-1990s, there really weren't any treatments to stop the progression of MS. Today, there are a variety of treatments, and the FDA recently approved a new treatment option called Zeposia.
It's a once daily oral pill, and it's an exciting option for patients because it's pretty easy to get started on. This medicine, when we looked in the clinical trials, it had significant benefits on reducing new damage in MS. So actually, 78 to 76% of patients taking Zeposia were free of new relapses as compared to folks who were taking a leading injectable. We also saw significant reductions in new lesions on MRI. And in addition, 9 out of 10 patients who took Zeposia, as well as the leading injectable, did not have any progression of their disability. So that means that they didn't have any worsening of their physical function in the clinical studies, which is really remarkable.
Zeposia is an exciting new option for those living with MS. You can learn more about the treatment at zeposia.com. And as always, be sure to talk with your doctor and healthcare team before starting any new treatments. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
Billy Elliot the musical is out on the road. I'm Audra Stafford, and coming up on California Life, I'll take you behind the scenes of the Tony Award-winning musical.
COVID-19 has resulted in a huge increase in the number of patients requiring ventilators. But the process of intubating a patient can put healthcare workers at a high risk of contracting the coronavirus. But the intubation box from Fab 4s is an easy, cost-effective way to protect those healthcare workers.
The purpose of this is for doctors that are intubating, a simple physical barrier between the patient and the doctor.
The open source design was first developed by a doctor treating COVID-19 patients in Taiwan. Weighing just 19 pounds, the intubation box can help protect doctors and can easily be sterilized between uses. These intubation boxes are available immediately for hospitals across the country. Medical suppliers, nonprofits, and philanthropy groups are urged to fill this need and help stop the spread of COVID-19. Contact Fab 4s at 704-264-9711 for quick delivery. The greatest success stories can spring from the humblest of beginnings. Tariko Bugali began life in poverty in Ethiopia. Today, he's founder and CEO of numerous companies. Read about Tariko Bugali's incredible rags to riches journey and his autobiography, Unstoppable, available wherever books are sold. And don't miss Tariko's starring role as he battles ruthless rhino poachers in the major motion picture Bloodline, Now or Never. Founded by Jacques Lubin and his partners in 1990, Inkplan USA has helped thousands of entrepreneurs to form legal entities throughout the world. Our clients have also made productive use of the various services that we offer: initial company registrations, bank consulting, virtual office services, and more. Inkplan's clientele continues to grow primarily from customer referrals. We are affiliated with Corporate Holding Services, a highly respected Delaware firm that advises large U.S. and international corporations.
This is the 2020 Medicare Benefits Report brought to you by Easy Medicare. If you or a loved one are turning 65, have recently moved, or lost group coverage, now's the time to enroll in a Medicare health plan or Medicare prescription drug plan so you can receive the best benefits for 2020, like $0 copays, $0 deductibles, $0 premiums. Call the Easy Medicare hotline right now to find out about dental, vision, hearing, and Medicare prescription drug coverage. Plans can also include private home nursing, wheelchairs, or transportation to hospital or doctor's visits. Find out today if you're eligible for private home aids, dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage. If you're turning 65, time is running out to enroll and to take advantage of all these amazing Medicare benefits. Our licensed insurance agents are waiting to give you your free, no-obligation consultation. Call 800-834-5070, 800-834-5070.
I'm Audra Stafford here outside the San Diego Civic Theater, just one of the many California stops on the Billy Elliot Tour.
Billy Elliot is a boy with a dream of dance. It's a dream that's shared by pretty much everyone in the cast.
I think for any kid in theater or anyone growing up in dance or music, they know from that age that it's their passion, it's what they want to do, which was the same for me.
Vanessa Russo is the show's dance captain. She's in charge of keeping Billy Elliot's ballet girls on their toes.
They're an incredible group of kids. They come here every day, so willing to put on this performance for everyone out there, and they love what they do.
We're proud to be working class, solidarity forever.
And they work hard.
Solidarity.
When they're not performing night after night.
We have rehearsals every so often, about every week, and we have classes to keep up with our training.
They also have to keep up with their schoolwork.
We have tutors that travel with us, and we go to tutoring from about 10 to 3, and we do school there.
12-year-old Samantha Cutler has been touring with Billy Elliot for 2.5 years.
It's a great show to be in. It sends out a good message.
She says she loves getting to travel.
It's fun. I love seeing all the new sights.
And spend time with her castmates.
There's a bunch of kids, so it's not like you're the only kid on tour.
But Samantha says the best part of her job is getting to hit the stage and entertain.
Just go out there and do the best you can do each night.
Bringing you the best of entertainment, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
Finish!
When many people hear the term heart failure, they might think that emergency surgery is inevitable. Not so. Long before such invasive procedures are necessary, other options are very possible because failure doesn't have to be an option.
It is a very serious heart condition. It doesn't mean your heart's failed. It is not a heart attack or cardiac arrest or anything like that. What it means is that the heart is not working as well or as efficiently as it should.
The diagnosis can be very scary, especially that stark term heart failure. The good news is labs have been churning out research and treatments that have proven to be quite effective in extending the number of years and quality of life patients can expect.
The other piece of news that is good news, I say, is that if you've already been diagnosed with heart failure, we live in an age where we have the greatest number of effective treatments than we've ever had for the condition.
Heading to the doctor's office to have all your options presented is always a good starting point.
And finally, before we sign off, let's get a taste of the Ritz with Peter Dills.
Hi, it's Peter Dills with a special restaurant adventure. I'm in Newport Beach, California, at a restaurant that my dad featured some 12 years ago. We're gonna go inside, we're gonna have some food, we're gonna have some drinks, we're even gonna go on the patio. We're gonna find out what's changed and what's the same. So follow me, let's go inside. Newport Beach, California, one of my favorite spots along the coast. You know, I love to go to restaurants that have history. I'm at an institution right now. Of course, it's the Ritz Restaurant here in Newport Beach. So I've got a question for everybody. Where's Hans Prager?
Where's Elmer Dill?
Okay, touche, Ray, you got me there. Ray Jacoby here, the new partner here. So tell me, the legacy continues on even without Hans.
You know, Hans was the founder, owner 35 years ago, and we're just trying to continue the legacy and high on quality of service and food, and share a lot more memories and stories with you.
Okay, so we're ready to eat. That's what it's all about. And we've got a steak and lobster. We've got the bouillabaisse, which is mine, but to share. And what do we got over here?
You have a little ahi salad, and we really have a blending of all food. So it's not so much about land and sea as it is about the balance and the offering on the menu.
Okay, when you wake up in the morning and you're ready to go to work and you close your eyes, what dish are you imagining that you're gonna have for dinner?
It's one of these two. It's either the bouillabaisse or the steak and lobster. All our steak is prime. Our seafood is fresh. We carve it up in the back.
Okay.
We don't do anything frozen.
Here's to you.
And to yours.
Thank you. I rarely use the word incredible, but for this dessert at the Ritz in Newport Beach, I'm going to use it. Peter Dills signing off from the Ritz Restaurant in Newport Beach.
That'll do it for us here at California Life. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We'll see you next time.